Today is December 18th, and two of my sabal palms located behind you in the perennial bed, both are exhibiting a bit of scale insects. So we're going to take some insecticidal soap and a couple brushes and just clean them off. Try and get as much scale off as we can. It's not going to get rid of all the scale, but it'll set it back quite a bit. And we'll do this a couple times, probably once a month over the next 2 or 3 months. And yeah, that should hopefully eradicate most of the scale, get it very manageable. Trachycarpus and the sable miner up here are doing perfectly fine. There's no kind of insect on them whatsoever, or the sables that I go along the side of the house. So yeah, why don't we take a closer look? I was checking on my Sabal Palmetto and the sable miner here, and unfortunately I've noticed that they do have some scale. You can actually quite apparent here. All that on the let's see if I can get that to focus a little bit better up close. All that on the leaves here is scale insect. So that is a insect that attaches itself to the leaf of the plant and proceeds to just basically suck nutrients outside of the plant, out of the plant. And what I'm going to do here is I've got this brush, a little toothbrush, and some insecticidal soap, and I've already sprayed some here. But spray this onto the plant, and then take the brush and just do this. This will get the scale off and hopefully clean up the palm so it doesn't, get rid of the scale. It's really bad actually in the it's a new spear that was coming up right here. It's really bad inside of it. So I'll spray this soap in there. I'll take this brush and work down in there, try and get that scale off of it. It's really tough on the new spears before they fully open, because the scale gets down in between the, like you can see here. Let's see here. I can get a good shot of this. The scale gets in between the leaves before they fully open, so that's what the brush will hopefully get down in there into those crevices and help to clean that out. Alright, the camera kind of froze up for a moment there, but what I was showing was that scale down in between the new spear that's opening. You can see all that scale down in there. So we are going to attack that. I'm going to get the insecticidal soap, spray that down. I'm going to get the brush and just run along that spear. Try and get all that scale out of there. I've got the little toothbrush too. That might work better on some of the crevices, but it's much softer. The bristles on it are much softer than the I can see it's pushing the scale around, so it's getting it out of there. But yeah, I'm just going to work on this sable miner here, try and clean some of the scale off of it before it gets out of control. And insecticidal soap is completely organic, so it's safe. It's not going to harm other insects. We're just targeting the scale here. So yeah, I'm going to clean this thing down, then I'm going to rinse it off probably with the hose, and then I'm going to move over to the Sabal Palmetto. So I'll be back in a bit. Okay, so I just finished scrubbing down the sable miner and spraying it with the insecticidal soap, and I also hosed it down. I thought I saw a little scale right there. When the palm gets kind of wet, they're a little bit more difficult to see. But you can see there's the spear. Looks a lot better. There's still some right here, but it's all clumped up where I've brushed it. The back here. And these palm fronds, they all look a lot nicer. So this is something that I will have to do multiple times. This is not like just one treat and forget situation. So I'll probably have to come back out here maybe next month in January before spring comes, just to, you know, give it another round. And then of course definitely when spring is here, about March, February start getting some growth on things. So definitely do this probably once a month over the next 3 or 4 months to make sure that it's good. So as I was saying, the Sabal Palmetto up here, Halloween, the Christmas decorations are out. The Sabal Palmetto is also exhibiting some scale on it. As you can see, there's some in the leaf folds there, and especially on these newer fronds down here, and this one here. You can see there's quite a bit of scale there. So I'm going to do the same thing. There's even some on the newest spear. I don't know if you can see that. There's the newest spear right there. And it's got a few bit of scale on it. So I'm basically going to do the same thing here. We're just going to get the insecticidal soap. Insecticidal soap is a great thing. It works well on the palms. I've used it before on them. And we're just going to spray these fronds down, get it all on that scale, and then we're going to come back and brush everything. This is a bigger plant, so it's probably going to take a little bit more time. But I've got carnivorous plants down here. They're dormant, and they do not like insecticidal soap. So you can't use this on all plants, but I've used it on the palms a few times. And sometimes I rinse it off on that Sabal minor down there after I used it. I might just give it a light spraying once more when I'm done and leave it on there, because it's going to rain tomorrow. It might start raining tonight even, and that'll notice this flower stalk here. I can go ahead and cut that off. It's got a lot of scale on it, so it'll probably be good just to get rid of it. But this frond here had quite a bit of scale. So we're going to just treat this. Get rid of the scale on this plant. Again, this is going to be a multiple treatment thing. And this is the insecticidal soap that I use. It's a garden safe brand. And it's good stuff. I haven't had any issues with it at all. So yeah, I got that sprayed down, so now I'm gonna go get the brush and we're gonna brush this all down and then rinse it off once more. And then I might do one more light coating of insecticidal soap to stay on the plant. I also cut off the old flower stalks now too. Alright, and I just scrubbed the Sabal Palmetto and hosed it down with some water. So I got a lot of the scale off of it. There's still some left in spots. But like I said, this is not a one action treatment. This will take a few times coming out here and doing this, but it looks a lot better now. A lot of the scale is all gone, so it'll make the palm happier. You can see where scale was. That was all scale there. That's scale damage on the frond. But yeah, I sprayed it down with the insecticidal soap, then I scrubbed it, and then I hosed it down once more, just with water. So yes, that's working on getting this thing all cleaned up. I cut off one of the flower stalks. I didn't see any scale on that one. Actually, there is a little bit of scale on it. I might go ahead and just cut it off too. But yeah, that's a battle to get rid of some scale. When this palm is mature, of course, it's kind of difficult to just clean it like that. You might have to look into some other solutions for scale, especially if the crown of the palm's 15 feet up in the air. You'll want to take a different approach. But yeah, there we go. Everything's taken care of here. So just thought I would show a way to combat some scale when you have scale on your stable palms. Anyways, thanks for watching.